What up, what up? This is something different. This is going to be my first truck purchase. Wanted a cash truck, get straight to the point. I'm so used to driving sportier cars, but older I get, the more I realize it'd be a lot more fun if I had something that I can go to Home Depot with, tug the kids around and stuff like that. So I ended up buying this for pretty cheap, like very, very cheap. The caveat was that the transmission was bad. But luckily for me, comes with other transmission and some booster seats. Body is super straight on this Avalanche. I know a lot of people were like, well, it's not a real truck, this is an Avalanche, but with the mid-gate and all that stuff, man, this thing is awesome. So I spent some time clay barring it and cleaning it. This is why it's as clean as it is, but you can tell that the paint is very, very nice. Give or take a couple of dots here and there, but like I said, it is a truck. So I'm not tripping too much, but overall, new tires, new wheels. And pretty cool piece right here. It's got a 6-liter in it. This is not just the beauty cover. It's an actual LQ4 that it's going to be really cool. It's got hydro boost and a couple other cool pieces, some suspension, lift suspension pieces. But I am super happy with this truck. Now, the other cool part of this truck too is this is like a North Face edition. The color is pretty rare, apparently, from what I understand. And also the interior, as funky as it is, it's kind of cool. It gives me some Jurassic Park theme feels. It also has like the white gauge clusters that said North Face on it. And then the owner put a carbon fiber steering wheel in here, which is pretty cool. Little race car-like. Like I said, it's not necessarily going to be anything fast, even with the 6-liter, but it is pretty cool. It also has a North Face mats and North Face backpacks, which is really cool. Like I said, this is all new to me, coming from the import world and having European and Japanese cars. But I like it. I mean, the interior is really nice. The door cards are really clean. I love this green color. And it even has my son's favorite feature, which is going to be the baby drop-down TV with DVD player. I will make a video of me deleting this and then putting like a 19-inch or 17-inch modern Android TV. But for now, everything works perfectly fine. So the reason why I made this video, I'm going to show you here in a sec. So part of the mid-gate feature is that this seat goes up like this and then the back seat comes down. And then the whole mid-gate comes down. So I can actually fold this back on top of this. And then I can take this glass portion out and then actually prop it right in this little cubby here. The problem is that these always go bad. So from what I understand on the Avalanche owners, these are pretty bad. And what it looks like is that this little part breaks right here. So, which is no big deal because I have a fix for it that I actually found online. So it's kind of hard to find some of these old pieces. So obviously, many of you guys know I 3D print and do some small business stuff with my 3D printer. So this is a design that is free online. We're going to find out if it works pretty well. I actually printed these passenger and driver side out of a material called ASA. This is going to be a heat resistance material. Obviously, since we live in the state of Texas, things inside the car get pretty hot. So I wanted to make sure that unlike PLA, this wasn't going to warp. I also was thinking about color matching it. I mean, the color is semi-close. This is more like a lighter black. This is kind of like a grayish color. So I could get spray paint and match it. But we're going to see what it looks like without having to do all that mess. All right, so for the 3D printed piece, it's actually pretty easy. I've already removed the components that are on here. You should have this plate component, this retentioning spring that's on there. And then I had the broken piece, which is going to be the back of that, the piece that breaks. And it's, the design is kind of rough, so this is probably why it broke. So all you got to do is take the retaining clip and put the clip through the 3D printed part. I don't think the orientation matters. It's just going to hold the center in place. And then I've got to figure out if you got to put the spring rack on there to put some kind of retention on it, or you can just run it like this, but I'm going to find out right now. Okay. As you can see, the clip is in there. And then just make sure that knob kind of lines up there. Push it in and it should lock in. without the spring. Actually does decent for a 3D print. I like it. So lock it in place, prevent it from rolling everywhere. I wish that it had some kind of tension on there. I might adjust that, but at least on here it has some tension on it. It's keeping it in place, but might figure something out where, because it looks like the spring is a little too much for it, too much pressure, so maybe something a little bit less. I don't know, I'll figure it out, but overall, not too bad. Pretty happy with it. So there you go. So you have both of them in place. Pretty easy, very simple. I'm going to find out if the seal is bad, which it most likely is. Seems to be on most Avalanches, but I'll do that for a different day. So I will post the link for these if you have a 3D printer. You guys can make these your own. Save some money and some time looking for these old ones. I almost wish I could modify these to work, but maybe one day. If you guys don't have access to the 3D printer, I can't print these for you at a fee. You can always message me, and then I can send them to you via UPS or USPS, whatever's easier. So let me know what's up. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. See you later.